the end of March, I put out a budget mono blue elementals list that a lot of you really seem to enjoy. That list was running only 6 rares, and it was pretty powerful with those 6 rares. It, of course, was leaning into the lesson side of things, mixing it with the typical elemental stuff. Well, yesterday, while I was perusing on Reddit, I came across a list by somebody known as Haduto, who said that they climbed up to Mythic with this version of mono blue elementals that they came up with. I have personally been trying to make a non-budget list of the mono blue elementals list for some time, because some of you in the comments were saying, hey, can we see an upgraded version of that list? And I just couldn't get it to work. I would go back to it, I would try something, I'd scrap it, I'd some other stuff, go back to it, and this whole process for like a couple of months, and it just wouldn't really work out for me. Well, finally, I figured let's try this one because maybe Haduto was cooking up something nice. Now, unfortunately, that original post by Haduto over on Reddit was removed by the moderators. I don't know what happened there. That's a whole different thing. But I was able to snag a screenshot, or I can't remember. I think I just uploaded it into Arena before it was removed. So what is going on with this list? Well, we have some more rares that are hopefully going to improve the overall power output of elementals. And I guess we should talk about Eluge, the Shoreless Sea, because this is the main big upgrade for the list. It is a mythic legendary creature, elemental fish, 4 CMC creature that says Eluge's power and toughness are both equal to the number of islands you control. Of course, our list is playing mostly islands, but we do have a couple of other ones, the Great Hall of the Biblioplex and the Agnaquella. These are not islands. However, Eluge can make them islands, because Eluge says when Eluge enters or attacks, put a flood counter on up to 1 target land. It's an island in addition to its other types, as long as it has a flood counter on it. So if we, yeah, of course, enter, attack, we can keep turning all of our non-lands into islands, or sorry, non-islands into islands. Then here's the best part. The first instant or sorcery spell you cast each turn costs blue mana less to cast for each island you control with a flood counter on it. There are so many words on this card. Basically, what it says is Eluge comes in, put a flood counter on a land, then your first instant or sorcery spell is going to cost blue mana less to cast. That means we can get a free sleight of hand, a free opt on our opponent's turn, and so forth. Then if we attack in with the Eluge on the next turn, we're going to put another flood counter on another land, and suddenly we're getting a 2 mana discount on our instances and sorceries on our turn and also on our opponent's turn. It's incredibly powerful when it can go. Sometimes it doesn't really happen, but that's the whole idea. Of course, we are still playing Eddie Crab and Sunderflock. Sunderflock does get a discount from Eluge because it is an elemental. It's only 4 mana, but it's still not too bad. Then over in our spells, we do have a little bit more power in our instances and sorceries. Winternight Stories, fantastic draw spell. Consult the star charts, another fantastic draw spell at instant speed. Benefits from having the Eluge in the deck. We are playing Spider Sense. Yes, Spider-Man cards are here. Through the Omen Pass cards are now gone. They're still here. You can play them if you want as a cosmetic, but I have chosen to play Spider Sense instead of the original. I can't remember what it's called. What is... Oh, man. Detect Intrusion was the original one for that. Now we're playing some Spider Sense so we can counter target instant sorcery or triggered ability. We're also playing Hydro Man. I'm sorry, Bellion, you're gone. Bellion is out. If you want to see old Bellion one last time, there is Bellion the Parch, but we have switched Bellion in for Hydro Man. This thing is pretty sweet. It is a rare, so I didn't have it in my original list, but I really like having this card in the deck for the elementals. It provides a little bit of mana, and it's also another win condition. And then the last new rare card added to the deck, 3 Steps Ahead. You all know this. It's fantastic. It's especially fantastic because we can create a token that's a copy of a creature that we control. So copying an Eddie Crab, a Sunderflock, seems pretty powerful in my book. So that is the list. We're going to try it out on the arena, see just how well mono blue elementals can do when they have a little bit more of a budget behind them. See you over in the games. The queue took a little bit of time, so I looked down at the old phone for a little bit and saw an interesting thread that said, are you tired of seeing MTG YouTubers using AI for their videos? Anyone else notice lately how AI sounding some YouTubers have been lately? Notice lately. They said lately twice in this sentence. That's fine. Okay, I'm not going crazy. I personally haven't. I don't know the people that I watch. MTG Goldfish, Taco Bite. Those are the main 2 that I watch every day, mostly every day. I don't think they use AI whatsoever in their stuff. So yeah, no, I haven't noticed it, but I'd be very interested to know if you guys have noticed some AI shenanigans around here. Though no scripts or AI. It's just me bumbling and prattling and tripping over words as much as I can. We are against everyone's favorite budget deck. It is Auras, and we might be in a little bit of trouble here if we find a more useful card than Sunderflock. Sunderflock was not a great draw, so basically what I'm going to be doing is using this get out this turn to make sure I don't die. Countering enchantment spell, not so bad. Optimistic Scavenger, it's bad, but I think it's fine to let it resolve because a Ethereal Armor is probably going to be worse. And I hate using Get Out on an Ethereal Armor, but I feel like it's going to represent just a little bit too much damage over the course of the game. What I need to find is a Bounce Off. That would be ideal. Do they have another one? No. Kind of feels like they're holding up a Shard Mage's Rescue, maybe. So even a Bounce Off might not be a good card. And unfortunately, them taking cards away from me with this Veteran Survivor means that we might not be able to get our Eddymer Crabs onto the field as easily as I would like to. But with a land draw next turn, we will be able to get in with the Sunderflock. Oh boy, if they have the Shard Mage's Rescue, they put the Shard Mage's Rescue on the Optimistic Scavenger and block our Hydro-Man. But I think if they trade Optimistic Scavenger and Shard Mage's Rescue for Hydro-Man, kind of okay with that. Yeah, okay. Kind of didn't think that was going to happen. Okay. Good news is we do get the discount, so we get to counter their Sheltered by Ghost that they are ready to throw on my Eluge. Like, I got the third eye. I got the third eye. I can see it. Shard Mage's Rescue, pretty good card. Doesn't matter. So we need a land or bust, because that's a lot of damage that's going to be coming through. Hey, it's not a land. So bounce the Veteran Survivor, get in for some damage, make the opponent lose. Yeah, I think it's fine. Make the opponent lose a lot of their power that they had on board. We do have now 5 untapped mana, so they might be a little bit cautious about sending something in on us. But if they have another Sheltered by Ghost, we're just toast, because the Eluge is gone, and then we don't have the discount for the Sunderflock. It's all falling apart. It's just so unlucky that we didn't find the land when we needed it. Hey there, cutie. Hey there, cutie. Unfortunately, the Optimistic Scavenger is going to be a problem. So let's not attack in, and let's just ease up for a second. Eddymer Crab coming in to save the day. We're probably going to take the hit if they don't load up the Veteran Survivor. I can't tap down the Optimistic Scavenger anyways. Optimistic Scavenger has Ward 2. We do not have the mana necessary. Okay. Do I want to take an extra 3 point? I don't. The thing is, they could be sandbagging a land and another Shelter by Ghost. I need this Eddymer Crab to stay on the field, so I kind of want to do it in end step. So I think I'm okay taking an extra. Okay. That actually works out beautifully for us. We will. Oh no, I made a mistake. I reacted. I didn't need to react. I saw them eating my thing. Oh, I'm so dumb. We had the 5 mana, so it didn't matter that they ate the get out. So I could get insanely punished here if they do have. Okay, we find the land anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, Sunderflock comes in. This is why this deck is powerful. We get our Eluge back. It's just now it's game. GG opponent. Well fought. 3 mana. We almost messed it up throwing out that Eddymer Crab. That really could have been an absolute disaster. But I think from this position, there's really nothing they can do. The opponent sure is really good at finding those Shelter by Ghosts, though. Sunderflock. GG, good game. We're making sure the Optimistic Scavenger's getting out of here. We wipe it again, and that is an elemental board. We got all... Hey, isn't that cool? For game number 1, all the boys show up to the field. We got every single elemental in the deck on the field of play. I like to see that. Also, Origins of Spider-Man. Get used to the new cards. It's like we're getting 2 sets released in 1 week. Well, hopefully all the games go just about as smoothly as that last one was. It was we did kind of have to fight through it a little bit. We can find our cards. I think this is okay. One thing I'm not overly sure with this deck, because I haven't played it for quite some time, is like, what are we looking to keep in our opening hand? Probably Spider Sense, not going to be overly great against a green opponent, I suppose. The bounce off maybe a little bit all right. And I might be incentivized to, I don't know, consult the star charts for 2 feels real bad, right? Esper Origins. We got an Esper Origins gamer. I appreciate it. One of my favorite cards recently released into the game. And I think from here, we're just going to make sure that this 3 steps ahead stays up. This card, interesting. So if you are unfamiliar with it, no, we're not ramping opponent. Lumbering World Wagon. This card, you can pay 1 life, add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast an instant or sorcery speed spell. If this land isn't a land, it becomes a 2/4 wizard creature with whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, it gains +1/+0 until the end of turn. It's still a land. It stays a land permanently. So that's pretty cool. I actually haven't turned on the Great Hall of the Biblioplex yet, but it seems good. Seems good. We do not have any sorceries in our graveyard, but I think it's probably okay to fire off the flow state, see what we get. Yep, any more crap, fine. It's something that we can maybe run out. The opponent is on a ramp plan. They have the Evendo down here, which makes me think they might have some shenanigans. So, I could just counter this. Doesn't seem so bad, does it? Yeah, I don't want them getting an Esper Origin. Esper Origin does so much when you cast it from the graveyard. Getting that backside is just so insanely powerful. And I guess we're on the... Oh, we're on the Eluge plan now. Okay. Eluge to the field. And turn my Agnaquella into a island. And now we have 2 mana, so we can... not really 2 mana. We have a little bit of a discount. There is Kona. Let's bounce Kona. I don't know what things they are planning on putting onto the field, but I don't really want whatever they're doing to happen. And now, man, I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. We do have a 6/6 Eluge. And we also have a free get out for this Kona. Oh, they almost baited me. I got a little too confident. I was like, oh, I'm going to throw this out first. Because I have the bounce off, I'm not really scared of the Kona. So I'm a little bit more scared of them making insects. It's kind of annoying. And I'm kind of in the state of the game where I want to just go for the kill very soon. Okay, so we have 11 damage. We could turn this into a wizard. Do we want to turn it into a wizard? Why not? The bounce offs are going to be free. Get in for a little bit more damage. Doesn't matter what we turn into an island at this point. Okay, pretty good damage on the opponent, and we pass it over to them, barring an absolute disaster. I think we're going to be okay. Send it back to their hand. See ya. I am kind of curious what they were trying to get onto the field, but hey, we're doing all right. Unfortunately, this is an island wizard, so our Sunderflock does bounce it back to hand. But that is a pretty cool win. Very, very control-y in this little particular matchup against a cheeky Kona player. Doing cool stuff. I wonder if they were a Unideck. All right, so we are probably about 15 minutes into this video by now. And so the people that are sticking around right now are the people that matter. So I have a question for you. Last week, some of my videos recently have done... Ooh, we're in trouble. Have done quite well. I put out the... And I don't know. Does it got to be Get Out? Like, the Get Out is a little bit too late because they're going to hit me with the big boy Slicky next turn, and I don't think the Sunderflock is going to be fast enough, but I think I need to get out. Some of the videos have been really well received. The updated Demons and Skeletons list did very well. Lots of new subscribers coming in for that one. Whoa, they didn't find anything by just getting out, or yeah, let's hold up to Get Out. And then I haven't what was the video before that? I can't remember. There was one before I put that out last Friday that did presumably, or it did very well. And then I think my Friday's video, which hasn't released yet because I'm recording this on Thursday, you know, probably it's going to do well. It's a Is It video. Is It videos always tend to do like at least decently. I think we're dead. It doesn't really matter what I do here because the opponent's just kind of going to run me over. We need to find Eddie Mer Crabs, but we also need to put cards into the graveyard. Bounce Off's okay. Bounce Off could save me a little bit of damage, actually. But on Wednesday, I put out my Ureni Standard Brawl Dragons list, and not as many people came in for that one. So my question is, how do you honestly feel about Standard Brawl? If you look at my what do you call it? Inventory? It's not inventory. All of the decks that I have in my collection right now, most of them are Standard Brawl decks. I have been having an absolute blast playing Standard Brawl. I have to put out a Eluge because I have nothing else to do. I guess I could have dug with the Opt, but I think I'm just dead here. So I've been having a really, really fun time playing Standard Brawl. Making tons of decks. There's not a whole lot of information on the internet related to Standard Brawl. So you kind of got to make it all on your own, and that has been a fun aspect of Standard Brawl, is because I'm just making a whole bunch of new decks constantly. But the views on it when I woke up this morning they were low. And I mean, let's be perfectly transparent, perfectly honest with all of ourselves here. Those last two games went too well, and this game is like, no, you're not winning this one. The views matter. The reason you put out these videos, everybody has different reasons for putting out videos, but part of the reason definitely is to get attention and eventually grow the channel, and maybe eventually start getting a little bit of money back from the channel. Let's just put that out there perfectly honestly, and we're dead anyways. Because you know what? Magic's an expensive game. If I could fund my Marvel superheroes spending expenditures with YouTube revenue, that would be pretty good. But we haven't done that yet. That's what we're working towards. But hey, if Standard Brawl videos do so poorly, maybe it's not something I need to do. But at the same time, I want to build a community. So if people are actually looking for Standard Brawl videos, I don't mind putting them out if they get lower videos or lower views, because in the end, real people watching the videos, making comments on stuff, that's what actually matters, not the little snakes that come in. They're like, oh, here's a new Magic video. They click on it. Let me go see what the deck list is, pilfer the deck list, and then get out before the intro is even started. So let me know. That's all I'm asking. Hopefully my talking in the last video was enough of a distraction to prevent you from seeing me get my face absolutely smashed in by that Is It prowess list. I don't know how this deck is going to do against Is It Prowess. I have a feeling that is just one of those matchups that is dang near unbeatable with this list. It's just, it's an uphill battle for sure. Flow state for 1, not a big deal. Let's grab, so the island's cool, but you know what, we're gonna find more islands. We'll grab the 3 steps ahead is fine. We already have 1 Sunderflock. We might be up against, not might be up against it, we are definitely up against life gain. We are up against maybe a bats list. I kind of expect something coming down on turn 3 that is going to be juicy to counter. Life Creed Duo is not juicy enough, I think. We need to be more careful about a black or... I don't know. Don't know. I would love to throw down the Eluge here, but the... Oh, man. You know what? I think it's fine to put the Eluge on the field. I don't suspect that they're going to have removal for it, playing the deck that they're playing. And then if we can build towards a Sunderflock, bounce everything, then we can start holding up the 3 steps ahead maybe and kind of go from there. Why does it feel like they have nothing? That is cool. That is very cool for me. Okay, so we are now getting 2 mana discounts on our blue mana. And unfortunately, missing the land there sucks, but we do get like a consult the star charts that we can fire off. We also do have a lot of interaction that we can stem the damage that the opponent is trying to do. But right now, they're kind of just on the I'm going to gain a whole bunch of life plan. And if they just swing in with a Life Creed Duo and pass turn and I get to consult the star charts, I'm going to be over the moon about that. Oh, baby. Okay, so we definitely need this. Hydroman's kind of good, right? Hydroman. I think it's worth grabbing. Okay, and yeah, finding that's good. So we're still going to hold up our stuff. We're getting massive discounts on our stuff now. The 3 steps ahead is literally just free next turn. So, yeah, we do want to find some more draw spells, but I think the opponent's going to have a hard time, like, doing things. Do I care? As long, hang on, whenever this creature dies, so I can... Sorry, opponent. I guess they felt like they were under the thumb of that. I was probably going to let the Essence Channeler resolve because I can just bounce it. And it's when it... what I was wondering is if it is when it leaves the battlefield or when it dies. It puts the counters on something. It dies, bouncing. Fantastic idea. What a name. Well, at least we know that as long as the opponent is not playing mono red and is super fast, we can actually do okay. I'm going to try this one. Yeah, again, the name. Tweet at Bill Tries Again. What is Bill trying again? I don't know if I want to know. All right. Hey, we draw the land. Land's pretty good. And that means next turn we can probably go Winternight Stories. Ooh. Yeah, sure. Fine. They might throw down Sunderflock. Or not Sunderflock. Slicky, of course. In that case, I don't think I really want to... throw away my Eddimer Crab. Eddimer Crab might just be a little bit too important. I think the Spider Sense is mostly going to be a dead card in this matchup. What is it really going to be hitting? And we fill the graveyard a little bit for the Eddimer Crab to eventually come down in a turn or two. Have a little discovery. Oh, okay, we put the opponent on the wrong thing. Although that's interesting. Plasma Bolt from the Tablet of Discovery. That's okay. Opponent's playing cards that I did not expect to see today. Yeah. We'll grab the flow state. We're going to keep digging into our deck. The Eluge. Spider Sense. Actually now, probably pretty important. Although the Hull of the Biblioplec is good. I think I need to start getting the Eluge on the field, hoping that it's going to... Cavern of Souls? What's that about? On Elemental? Mono red Elementals? Are they missing a color? I am so curious. I don't like it, but I'm going to put the Eluge onto the field. They do have 5 mana available to them, but we do now have Some I want to fire off. I don't think they have a way of removing the Eluge right now. I might regret this. I know it's too greedy. It's too greedy. I think I need to protect the Eluge. Burst Lightning. Are they a burn deck that is leaning into the Tablet of Discovery? And if that is the case, how cool is that? Spider Sense. Spider-Man comes in. Your improvised capstone. Your only improvised capstone in the deck? Maybe? Possible. Okay, we are getting free spells. The problem is we're not actually finding what we need. I feel like putting the Eddimer Crab onto the field and getting a cheap Winternight Stories might be an okay approach to things. Let's fire off this opt first. Oh man. Okay, so what am I at? I'm at 9 life. I can put 2 Eddimer Crabs onto the field and also maybe kill them next turn. I think that's got to be the plan. I think we need to try to kill them next turn. So I'm switching gears a little bit. I'm not going to fire off the Winternight Stories. I'm going to pray that the opponent doesn't find 9 points of damage against us. And that the Eluge also survives. The Eluge does need to survive. Wow. That is a lot of mana for 2 damage. Bill, you know what? I appreciate what you're doing. I'm actually a huge fan. Bill over there is playing genuine, true, honest Magic. Honest. Shocker. Shock. There's a shock. I just bought a different. No, I bought a Burst Lightning. There's a shock now. That is cool. I wish more people were doing honest burn. I don't think it's good. Improvised capstone with a whole bunch of 1 CMC shock spells is actually kind of sweet because you could hit like, yeah, you could just hit like 4 of them, right? Oh, that's cool. There are truly some wonderfully creative people actually building decks. Most of us, part of that group, we're not out here building decks. We're out here learning decks, and there's nothing wrong with that. Here's another thing. Man, I love presenting like commenting, talking points. I'm comment baiting all y'all. When you started playing Magic, when was it? And getting more crap. What was the opinion of people about like net decking? So I started around 2017, 2016, maybe like the end of 2016. And net decking was definitely like a big faux pas. Did you net deck? You don't net deck? That's a bad thing. You know, that kind of attitude. And I understood it. I understand it. I still understand it. Nowadays, my opinion of it has changed. Even then, I wasn't too against the idea of net decking. I think it has a place. And the reason I think it has a place is this. I always compare it to cooking. If you cooked without recipes, let's say you just like wanted to learn how to make bread, how long would it take you to throw together all the ingredients that you may need for bread and to figure out the proper combination of things? It's just a waste of your time in that case, right? Oh, do they have the spider sense? They have spider sense. That's cool. All right, cool. Spider Mockup resolves. People spent enough time doing that. We don't need to. We don't need to spend the time trying to go through the trials that they went through. It's done. We know how to make bread. Just make the bread. And it's kind of the same idea. There are so many people making decks, experimenting with decks on Magic. Just, let them figure it out, and then you learn the deck. Because let's be honest, learning a deck takes so much effort. There's a lot that goes into actually getting proficient at a deck, and for me, I probably don't spend enough time actually learning my decks. Because I'm trying to put out like one video a week or 3 videos a week, so one video every other day. That's a lot of videos to be putting out, and I just don't have the time to keep sitting around and trying to learn decks to their optimized point, which is probably why I do spend a good amount of time revisiting decks. I'm so dead in this matchup. I've been spending so much time trying to fight against this Badger Mole Cub that I think at this point it's just going to come down. It's going to just melt my face. Do I give them the opening? I don't have a counter spell. Or do I fire off the Winternight Stories and hope? Yeah, okay. What we need is the bounce offs are just not doing enough. What we need is a Sunderflock. Sunderflock saves me. I didn't play my land for the turn. Yeah. So yeah, anyways, net decking's weird. I would love to hear like a more 2026 opinion about net decking. Is it like still super E, or have generally we accepted that it's a part of the game? You know, people, there's so much information on the internet. Use the information that's available to you. That's kind of like the idea. Oh, Sentinel of the Lost Lore coming into exile somebody's graveyard? Bro, that sucks. Are you gonna go Crater Hoof? Let's see. Okay, so if they get Crater Hoof here, we need to find Sunderflock. There's only one card that'll save us, and it's Sunderflock. Oh, I guess, or Get Out. Or Boride. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Okay, let's fire off the Winternight Stories. You know what? Get Out is not bad here. It's not bad. Eluge, I would love to have kept the Eluge around, but you just can't. Okay, let's hope that they top deck a land, right? And this get out 100% on this Ouroboros that's coming down in 3, 2, 1. Why? What are you thinking about? Just slam it. You're gonna play it. What's there to consider here? Ouroboros. Get out of here. Get out, Ouroboros. They didn't get a Spider Sense, thankfully. They got another Gene Pollinator, so they're finding their Mana Dork side of the deck. And we, you know, okay. We still have this Winternight Stories that we can now fire off. Let's do the sleight of hand first. Come on, show me a Sunday. Okay. Show me the Sunday. Please? Come on. Come on. Okay. All right. It's fine. One more shot at it. We're fine, right? We're going to hit it this. Surely we hit it this. Did I play a land this turn? I think I didn't. And oh, well, we get to choose 2 cards. I think it's got to be the opt because I need the Sunderflock. Okay. Sunday. Come on. Come on, game. Why? I'm going to grab the island. All right. Okay. How many cards did I see? Maybe I got to put a few more in the deck. I only put 3 in the deck. I got to put 16 in the deck. All right, are we getting hit here? They're coming in with a team. Yeah, sure. How much damage is this? I didn't count how much damage it was. I just assumed that we weren't dead. Oh, another Gene Pollinator. Okay. Surely digging 7 deep will get me there. Oh, thank God. All right. All right. We can breathe. Okay. I did the right thing. Ooh. Sunderflock. What a card. What a card. They got 3 mana. Somehow the opponent didn't find any mana. And now we just tap down whatever they put out. Okie doke. Talk about a close one. Talk about your close ones. I mean, they're just dead in the air. Do I need to add insult to injury? It's a Badger Mole Cub deck. I know every single one of you said absolutely. Absolutely. You start throwing down Eddie Crabs and making sure they know who's boss. Jace pulling it through. How deep are we in this video? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. This might be a 7-game video. Jacob is our 7th opponent, possibly last opponent. I haven't decided. I'm sure all of you are plenty busy looking at decks for Marvel superheroes. I haven't yet. That's what I'm going to spend this weekend, I guess, doing. I still don't know what I'm going to be doing on Wednesday. Wednesday's video. I've been thinking about maybe skipping it, just giving myself a little bit of a break. You know, like, hey, one day, little break here. Skip a video. I've also been thinking maybe doing Brawl video, but I'll be honest, I'm a little deflated. You wake up and you see your Brawl video didn't do so well. Kind of like, maybe I won't make another Brawl video. Oh man, opponent, you're amazing. You're amazing. I'm so glad this might be the last game, because that's just cool what the opponent's doing. Okay, so we might be gearing up towards the Eluge on the next turn. We're definitely going to be countering a Legend of Roku this turn. If they have the fourth land, they're going to just keep getting in with this Hexing Squelcher. Lands, am I right? And we give them the old, like, sad face. Bounce off on the Hexing Squelcher? No. Very unfortunate for the opponent. They missed out on a huge card there. The Legend of Roku. Legend of Roku, very cool card. They must have something, though. We do get to put a flood counter on this to make the Eluge a 4/4, but if they react with a lightning strike, torch. Whoa! We got ourselves a gamer. That was a torch the tower on their count on luck. That is that. Wow. I don't know. I feel like having your count on luck is a little bit more important. The opponent drew the starting town. Opponent, that is some bad luck. Are we going to throw the bounce off onto the Hexing Squelcher? Take a little bit. No. Fine. Sleight of hand. Maybe try to find probably a land. Yeah, I'll just take the land. And we're going to hold up the 3 steps ahead, I think. Maybe also the bounce off this time around. So bounce off plus 3 steps ahead, because we can't actually counter anything. Right? Spells you control can't be countered. So let's get rid of old Hexing Squelcher here. Take some damage. And then the Fire Crystal. I don't want this on the field. I think giving the opponent a little bit too much of a discount there is not going to be a good idea. And they keep flooding out. Do I just get in with the Hall of the Biblioplex now? Not doing anything else. But also, I just want to, like, flash out my Eddie Crab on the next turn. Okay. Yep. We'll just do that. Unfortunately, we didn't find many Instants and Sorceries. I did choose an island over a Sleight of Hand, which maybe was a mistake. But, you know, we're probably still fine. Yeah, Hexing Squelcher. It's going to suck to have to tap down the Hexing Squelcher and also this Zao. But this gives me lethal damage on the next turn. Yeah. So we take 4 points of damage there. Hydro-Man turns on. We can turn on the Hall of the Biblioplex, and it's going to be exactly 9 points of damage. And if we find a sorcery or instant, we can do a little bit more. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, we'll keep it to 7 games for this one, because I think we saw what this deck does. Number one, be careful around... Is Izzet decks. If you go up against an Izzet deck, they're on the play, you're probably going to have a bad time. Wow, that's the most surprising thing I've ever said. Who would have thought that that would be the case, right? Otherwise, if you go up against green-oriented decks that are trying to put a whole bunch of things on the field, well, guess what? Sunderflock is going to be your best friend. Eddimer Crab is also pretty good in that case to slow them down a little bit, but usually you can get them like under your thumb, and once they're in that position, there's really nothing they're going to be able to do to come back in the game. So this deck does have some really good matchups. It's also quite fun to play, I will say. I was kind of close to this when I was experimenting with the deck. I was experimenting with, Cavern of Souls. So Cavern of Souls over the Biblioplex. I don't know. I was putting this in as, hey, you can't counter my elementals, but it ended up not really even mattering in this set of games. I never really got around to using the Agna Kella. Maybe I should have thought about using this a little bit more. I think it's a good one of in the deck. And then the Hall of the Biblioplex, it's just like, yeah, it's cool. It's there as something to maybe squeeze that last little bit of damage in if you need it. In that last game, it mattered. Then, obviously Eluge is fantastic. This is like the linchpin of the upgraded mono blue elementals deck. This is the card that you want to be upgrading the deck for, and it works super well. Where I didn't quite have the deck figured out was with the spell side of things. Hydroman, good inclusion, and if you're playing Hydroman and you're playing Eluge, Consult the Star Charts is better. I was playing 4 Winternight Stories. I like Winternight Stories, but I like Consult the Star Charts so much better. And I was not messing around with Flow State at that point. Flow State, I was undervaluing. It's fantastic. It's a card that you should probably have in the deck. So overall, yeah, I like what this has in it, but I think also there is some flex to cards like Spider Sense, Get Out, maybe even 3 steps ahead. You can change these cards a little bit based on your meta, what you are seeing in the meta. You obviously have a lot of power against creature decks already, so if you're not running into a lot of creature decks, maybe Get Out's not the best thing. However, Get Out does double because you can return your Eddimer Crabs and your Sunderflocks back to hand. So although we don't have a whole lot of threats in the deck, because we have things like Bounce Off, which can be used on our own things, we have the Get Out, which can be used to save our things, we do have that repeatable offensive capability built into the deck. So yeah, let me know what you think about this one. I think Aduto, I gotta look down and make sure I have the name figured out. Sorry, your post got removed, but hey, you created a pretty cool deck, and I can see how you climbed to Mythic playing this one because it is pretty awesome. Anyways, try it out on the ladder, and also enjoy Marvel Superheroes. It will be out before my next video comes out. Again, I don't know if my next video is going to be a Marvel Superheroes oriented video or something that I have to record ahead of time because of time constrictions. It is what it is. It always happens. That's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care for now. Sanang Ipana, and I will see all of you wonderful people in the next one. Bye-bye.